CBS 47 Eyewitness News in high definition.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at noon, why one lawmaker wants to put the brakes on high-speed rail. New developments on the project. Plus, Valley veterans on their way to the nation's capital right now. Their emotional trip on the Central Valley Honor Flight. Plus, we're in for some big changes in the forecast. We'll have details and pinpoint weather.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News at noon in high definition.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jenny Toste in for Joey Horta. We begin with pinpoint weather this afternoon with the winds picking up outside, ushering in a big change for the forecast. Let's take a live look at our satellite and radar showing clear skies still. You can see a couple clouds going down the coast there, but the winds have picked up. That's bringing in some slightly cooler weather for the next couple of days and also a chance of thunderstorms for the mountains by Thursday. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Wind speeds right now pretty breezy, 12 miles per hour in Madera, 12 in Lemoore, and we have seen some stronger gusts as well, gusty over Mammoth Lakes at the crest there at 15-mile-per-hour winds. Can pick up to 20 for this evening, so that'll bring in some cooler weather. In the meantime, we're hot right now. We're at 90 in Fresno, upper 80s for the North Valley, 86 in Oakhurst, 77 already in Shaver Lake. So temperatures are a bit warmer compared to this time yesterday, but notice a bit cooler toward the coast. That cooler air will work its way in for the afternoon. Should end up pretty similar this afternoon to yesterday. That means a high of 96 degrees. We'll fall back into the 80s by 8 tonight, 70s by 11. So don't shut that window or open the window till about 11 tonight, and then 66 degrees for your overnight low. More on the wind and the changes in a couple of minutes. New at noon, preliminary work now underway here in the Valley on that controversial high-speed rail project. But now there's a new critic. A powerful Southern California Democrat is now calling for some major changes in the $68 billion construction plan for Governor Brown's high-speed train. Reporter Dave Bryan has more on how politicians on both sides of the aisle are raising serious questions. And meanwhile, work is already underway in Madera, where a high-speed rail authority contractor is sending out equipment to test pile work along the Fresno River Bridge. This will help finalize designs for the bridge where the high-speed rail is expected to cross. A North Valley man who was already in jail on other counts is now facing murder charges. A spokesperson for Merced Police says it has enough evidence to charge Jerome Wynn for the shooting death of 16-year-old Donovan Webster. That happened back in February. The teen was found lying near the corner of West 20th and Martin Luther King Jr. Way in Merced. Officers believe he may have been walking home when the shooting occurred, but they're still looking for more evidence. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers at 498-STOP. Fresno firefighters continue to put out random fires, including 2 last night. They've all sparked close to each other along Freeway 180 in Fresno. Several fires have started in the area between freeways 41 and 99 over the past few weeks. 2 brush fires sparked last night within a 20-minute time frame. Smoke could be seen from the freeway as fire threatened nearby buildings, and one person had to be treated at the hospital for smoke inhalation. There was another fire in that same area Sunday.
It does scare me because a lot of these buildings are vacant, and I bought a house next to a vacant house, so I'm keeping my eyes open to see if anybody's roaming around.
Fresno firefighters have been dealing with these fires that seem to be intentionally set for more than a month now. In developing news, nearly 200 children are free after a nationwide crackdown on sex trafficking. The FBI just released the numbers Monday. Arrests were made in Fresno, Sacramento, and Solano counties.
These are not faraway kids in faraway lands. These are our kids on our street corners, our truck stops, our motels, our casinos. These are America's children.
9 minors and 7 alleged pimps were recovered and arrested in California. The week-long operation ended with a total of 168 children rescued and 281 adults arrested. We now know the identities of the victims killed in a head-on DUI crash over the weekend in Fresno County. The deadly accident happened Sunday afternoon on Highway 180 and James Avenue between Kerman and Mendota. 2 boys from Mendota were killed in the crash. 7-year-old Lisandro Enriquez Rodriguez and his 10-year-old brother Danny. 2 women were also killed. They were traveling in a Kia when CHP says a driver in an SUV tried to pass a slower car but crashed head-on into the Kia. The driver of the SUV was treated and arrested for causing the crash. Meanwhile, the superintendent of the Mendota School District says the boys will be missed.
The sadness that we're feeling, is nothing compared to what the family must be going through. I can't imagine it.
The driver of the SUV, 43-year-old Ryan Ban of Fresno, has been booked on vehicular manslaughter charges and DUI. He also has 2 prior DUI convictions. We are now finding out what caused the deadly crash of Asiana Airlines Flight 214 on a clear day last summer at San Francisco International Airport. Investigators found that the pilots had misconceptions about the plane's automated systems and that the pilots didn't effectively monitor the airspeed on the final approach. The plane, carrying 291 passengers and 12 crew members, then struck a seawall on approach to the airport, skidded off the runway, and burst into flames. 3 girls died and 187 people were injured. It was the first fatal commercial airliner crash in the United States in more than 4 years. In today's CBS47 web poll, we're asking, do you think commercial pilots should undergo routine training and evaluation? Let us know. You can join the conversation online at yourcentralvalley.com. You can also find us at our CBS47 Fresno Facebook page. Tune in for the results tonight at 11. The state's continuing drought is now impacting food prices. The price of rice is on the rise, likely to increase 20%, according to UC Davis. Economists say a rise in fruit and vegetable prices will take about a month to hit the market. USDA estimates prices will rise about 3% this year for those items and 6% for beef. The food bank is continuing to help feed those families impacted by the drought. Today, it's distributing food in Fireball. Organizers say work is hard to come by for some Valley families with less produce to farm. The community food bank is expected to extend its food distribution through October. For more information on food distributions, visit our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Fresno Mayor Ashley Swearingen is preparing to give a State of the City address. The mayor will talk about changes made over the past and call for a balanced fiscal strategy. It was just last week that council members approved a new budget that the mayor criticized as taking financial risks. Meanwhile, this will be Swearingen's 6th annual address. Her term is set to expire in just over 2 years, but Swearingen hopes to be state controller by next year. Fresno's Well-Being Luncheon will take place tomorrow afternoon. Dozens of Valley veterans are now en route to D.C. on a once-in-a-lifetime trip on the honor flight to the nation's capital. 67 veterans are on board the plane right now on their way to see the World War II Memorial in D.C. Eyewitness News caught up with the veterans during a special ceremony before their flight this morning at the airport. A 90-year-old veteran says this is his first time going to the nation's capital. He had a chance to visit more than 70 years ago, but couldn't due to lack of funds. Now, thanks to those generous donations, Michael Burlick says nothing is holding him back.
A friend of ours, Jack Venables, told me the nicest trip he's gone on. And I said, yeah, I'll go. My wife couldn't believe it. She says, you're going to go? I said, yep, I'm going to go. That's great. So here I am.
The veterans will spend 2 days visiting Washington, D.C. and are expected to return Thursday. In the meantime, Eyewitness News has a crew traveling with the veterans. We'll hear more about their trip on later editions of those newscasts. You can also meet them out there at the airport on Thursday and welcome them home. Always nice to be supporting our veterans. Well, still to come on Eyewitness News at noon, new guidelines for pregnant women, how eating fish could help with development. Plus, too much of a good thing can be bad for you, the danger of fortified cereals.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News in high definition.
Monday, the market broke its run of new records. So much for another record-setting day. The stock market's early gains have evaporated so far. Let's get a live look now. Last check, the Dow was down about 75 points. NASDAQ was up 4. Your kids could be eating too many vitamins in their cereal. That's the new warning from a report out this morning on food with added nutrients like vitamin A, zinc, and niacin. The Environmental Working Group finds that nearly half of young children eat potentially harmful amounts of fortified cereals and snack bars. They're packed with vitamin D, zinc, and niacin, and too much could cause liver damage. So you hear a lot about what to eat, what not to eat when you're pregnant, and a food that was once a cause for concern is now getting the green light from the FDA. So we talked about fortified cereals might be too much, but now we're going to switch over and talk about fish. And CBS 47 health expert Dr. Dave joins us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jenny.
Thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So what should we know about fish in pregnant women?
Well, Jenny, omega-3 fatty acids are an important building block for a baby's growth and development, and the main sources are a variety of fish, and other sources are walnuts, flax seeds, and dark leafy greens.
Okay, so we want the omega-3, so what type of fish should pregnant women avoid then?
Fish that are higher in mercury levels should be avoided. These are large predatory fish, including swordfish, shark, tilefish, and king mackerel. And also, farm-raised fish may contain higher levels of contaminants that pregnant women should avoid. And raw sushi or uncooked fish with skin should also be avoided.
That was the part that killed me when I was pregnant. You can't have the sushi. Right. You got to stay away from that. Swordfish. So what is safe to eat?
Smaller fish have higher levels of omega-3 and lower levels of mercury. These are salmon, sardines, anchovies, herring, and trout. And these should be eaten cooked.
Okay, and how much fish should pregnant women eat?
Pregnant women should aim for about at least 2 up to 3 servings of cooked fish per week, and a serving size is about 3.5 ounces of fish.
Okay, I'll stick to the salmon.
That sounds good.
2 or 3 times a week. All right, Dr. Dave, thank you so much.
You're
if
welcome.
you want to find out more about Dr. Dave, just head to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. We'll be right back with your pinpoint weather.
CBS 47 Pinpoint Weather Forecast.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be another hot day for us. Temperatures close to average, and then the roller coaster begins. Let's take a look at some of those beautiful pictures sent in by one of our viewers. Our friend Doug Lee went to the coast, and this was near Moss Landing. Check out those waves. A gorgeous sight there. Doug Lee took his motorcycle group. He's in the middle there, along with some of his friends enjoying lunch. You can send your pictures to Jenny Toste at CBS47Eyewitness.com. Hume Lake, a live look there this afternoon. Blue skies, absolutely gorgeous in the higher elevations. Also nice, a little bit lower in the foothills around Bass Lake. The Miller's Landing webcam there. 82 degrees currently, so it's warm even in the foothills. Hot for the valley floor right now, but cooler weather is on its way. So breezy and cooler by tomorrow. The winds have already picked up for today. Strongest winds will be on Thursday, and that could bring a chance of thunderstorms for the mountains, mainly near Yosemite, and it looks like they'll stay dry. So that could be a bad combination for fires. There's no warnings for our area, but there is a red flag fire warning for the eastern Sierra due to low humidity, those strong winds. We have to keep an eye on that. So that low pressure system now moving into the Pacific Northwest. You can see that the green on the radar indicating the rain staying well north of our area. So this system is just going to brush us, mainly kick up those winds and bring us a little bit of cooler air for a little while before we warm up with a vengeance next week. We are breezy outside already, 12-mile-per-hour winds in Madeira and at NAS Lemoore, 10 in Merced, and those will pick up this evening. We'll see 10 to 20-mile-per-hour winds as a possibility. Madeira right now, live look along Highway 41, 87 degrees, blue skies in the background, winds at 12 miles per hour, and we'll top out in the mid-90s for the valley today. 95 to 97 in most areas, a bit warmer, 99 Coalinga, 93 in Las Banas, upper 80s to low 90s in the foothills, 89 Mariposa, 91 in Oakhurst, and 70s for most of the mountains, topping out at 80 in Shaver, 90 in Yosemite down around the valley, and then we'll see mid-70s around Hume Lake, Huntington, and Sequoia National Parks. Air quality is moderate today, and your Bob's pollen count is moderately high, now up to 7 out of 10. Oak, willow, grass, and weeds are in the air. Mold count is low, but that'll all be stirred up by those winds, so if you're sensitive, watch out this afternoon. Overnight lows near 60 for the valley. Will be in the 50s for the foothills, 40s for the mountains, and our 7-day forecast shows temperatures near 80 today, 72 on Thursday for the mountains with that chance of thunderstorms. 80s return by the weekend, will be near 90 for Monday. And for the valley floor, temperatures here will be in the mid-90s today, low 90s by Thursday and Friday, back below average. But then look how quickly we warm up. We'll see triple digits by Sunday. Monday could hit 104 by next Monday. The excitement begins tonight for a statewide pageant held right here in Fresno. Rehearsals are underway at the SAROYAN Theater in downtown Fresno for the Miss California pageant, with the first night of competition tonight at 7. The pageant has been held here for 22 years, and this is the 90th year of the Miss California organization. The competition is going on all week, and the new Miss California will be crowned Saturday. Still to come on Eyewitness News at noon. He's back in the Golden State, the latest city on the hunt for that mystery cache. Coming up new at 5 tonight, making memories for veterans of World War II. An update on the Central Valley Honor Flight. That's on Eyewitness News tonight at 5. And after making stops in San Francisco and Bakersfield, hidden cash is making its way to the state capitol. The unidentified millionaire, who uses Twitter as his home for the clues, gave residents in Sacramento their first one Monday. The clue said fat bird nest. But as you can imagine, people were excited to possibly get their hands on those bills.
I love it. I mean, knowing that, I work here at Starbucks, I'm working at $9.14 an hour. Any kind of cash works and helps me out.
The unidentified millionaire says the point of hidden cash is to hope that everybody else pays it forward. It's been reported that one person was the lucky winner just moments ago. We're actually checking out my phone here on the Twitter feed, and you can see pictures of people that are actually saying, we found the cash, but he says it's not over yet. He's going to do some more still. Apparently he was at Stanislaus or Sacramento State, and now he's going to head to more locations. So pretty fun. Hope he comes to Fresno. Let's take a look at Fresno real quick and show you what's going on for our 7-day forecast. 96 today, low 90s by Thursday and Friday. Going to be windy the next couple of days. And then look at that. We got a 104 in the forecast. We were staying pretty mild for the last couple of days, but it looks like the heat will return. That'll do it for Eyewitness News at noon. We'll see you tonight at 5, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Have a great day.